Hey everyone, welcome back. It is time for another wrestling review on an odd day. We're posting this on a Sunday. We wanted to get this review out for you as soon as possible, considering, the this is like the biggest event of the year for AEW, so we wanted to get it out for you as quick as possible. With me once again, we have Campo.Reviews, the man who reviews movies, TV shows, everything else in between. You want something reviewed, go follow his link down in the description box below. While you're there, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, follow us on Spotify, all that good stuff. We will not be as long as the pay-per-view in this review.
No, we won't. And also, check me out at Campo.Reviews, the new Poo
Campu, yeah,
review
the
channel.
new review channel, Campo.Reviews. That's right, that's right. Um, the pre-show is shit.
Can we just let's dwell on it for
Okay.
17 to 35 minutes. Um, two
Hey,
hours of pre-show.
so they extended the pre-show yet again.
It needs to have matches in the first hour, at least one. You can't just have random talking where they kept bringing in people that I've never heard of
Mm-hmm.
to say like 20 words and then leave. Well, Big Show stands there and doesn't say one word for 2 hours. He said something about an energy drink actually at one point.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. The I drink or a drink, whatever it was
we
called,
we will not rate this show
based on the pre-show.
based on the pre-show. This is maybe the worst pre-show I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. So it's the Sons of Texas. They go over Shane Taylor Productions. Costco dude with the conglomeration over the Don Callis family and FTR beat the Outrunners in
Yeah,
inconsequential matches,
the first
especially the freaking Costco guy.
the eight-man tag match at the start was a real mess for the situational fact that um we'll talk about this right now. So
Yeah.
Adam Cole gets injured and he has to vacate the title.
Hmm.
And so
Could be
they
career ending, they said.
yes. So he has I think space aids. Um
Yeah.
so what they're doing is they're taking Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara
For
and
some bizarre reason.
yeah, and also adding Daniel Garcia to the match and making it a four-way for the vacant title, which is fine. I'm glad. I don't want interim titles. I don't know why Ring of Honor did a thing for interim belt for a Red Velvet of all people. If she's going to
Yeah.
be out long enough, they should have took it away. That's a review for another day.
That's
Um,
later in the week.
but that match, because they had to wrestle again, and they just wrestled last night in a tag match, and the fact that Dustin Rhodes is like 350 years old at this point, and
Hmm.
he literally looked like he could not walk by the third
By the
match.
third match, yeah.
This match was literally just Shane Taylor running around in circles and nothing
Hmm.
happens. Then you get the Costco
Yeah.
match, which was I've never seen Hologram ever botch
Botched
more
that
than once
bad.
in a match. He botched a shitload of times, like
Yeah.
to a degree that was like almost crazy. Even Hechicero was botching like crazy.
And what upsets me more is you have people like Lance Archer and Rocky Romero selling for this big boom guy.
Yeah, and it's like selling for the kids. Like, don't we can't do this. This needs to end. Okay, one match,
Okay,
fine. Two matches, fine. You want them to appear on Dynamite and stuff because they're popular, that's fine. But their 15 minutes of fame at this point is over. Why are they on a pay-per-view
okay.
again?
I was watching this at my in-laws' house, okay, with my 11-year-old nephew. Even he was laughing at this because it was just absolutely absurd.
Yeah, it's silly
And
goose stuff.
he's the demographic they're trying to appeal to.
Their 15 minutes is over. Nobody cares about them. You should have brought in somebody else. Bring in Logan Paul. You know what I mean?
Bring in Hulk Hogan and Owen Hart
Yeah, that's Brian Pillman.
and Brian Pillman.
But that's fine. The tag match was okay, but it was boring. It was really boring. FTR
Yeah,
versus it was far
Outrunners.
better than the previous two matches, but
Yeah.
it was like I just didn't care at this point. 2 hours of nothing. I watched this pay-per-view from start to finish. It was 7 hours and 57 minutes.
Hmm.
We've never ever encountered a pay-per-view in our entire lives of doing this that was this long.
The funny thing is, yesterday's Friday night's Ring of Honor show had the exact same amount of matches in half the amount of
Yeah,
time.
it's crazy. And I'm not upset about doing the pre-show, but I just think if you're going to do this pre-show, have a fourth match and have it be during the first hour.
And have it be for something, like
Yeah, or
make it
just have
mean
young
something.
people give them a chance, have a battle royale between a bunch of young guys and let them just do some crazy stuff
Yeah.
or your new people that are you're signing, whatever. Do
Well,
you know what I mean?
and like you said, review for another day. the Ring of Honor starts off their pre-show with Jay Lethal versus Blake Christian.
Yeah, which is like a match I wish I could have got today.
Yeah,
I was just thinking Blake Christian when we were doing
Vanilla Baby.
when we were just thinking about this.
Yeah.
Anyways, the pre-show's dog poo and
Hmm.
whatever, it was a huge waste of time. And wherever Renee Paquette is getting this heavy duty lisp from, I don't understand. Is anybody else noticing this?
Yeah, where is it coming from?
It's like it's not even like she didn't have one, but like it's every word now has a lisp on it, and it's getting
Yeah,
kind of like what's happening here.
yeah, it was
Anyways,
weird.
maybe I'm just going crazy.
But okay. We'll start with the main show. We'll go into the main show proper. The Ops versus Death Riders for the AEW Trios Championship.
Pretty good match.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
very
complain
solid
at all.
match.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed it a lot. I
Hmm.
enjoyed a lot of the ring work was really solid. I love watching Gabe Kidd versus Shibata. That's very
Hmm.
cute stuff. I love watching Wheeler Yuta get the shit kicked out of him by Fat Joe, by Samoa Joe
Yeah,
and
and what's his
Shibata.
and Shibata. Yeah,
Shibata loves to beat up Wheeler Yuta. It's like a thing now.
yes, yeah. That's
Uh,
that. I even made a note of that.
but yeah, there was some good stuff. Like I'm not upset. This match was
Yeah,
really good. I was like, wow,
it's
okay, we're off to a great start.
after such a poop pre-show.
Yeah. This
This
was an
was
excellent
yeah.
start of to a pay-per-view. And then you had some good
Nothing, but nothing
storytelling
could
beats.
nothing could prepare me for how long the show was, though.
No, but I mean, we'll talk about that, I
Yeah, at
think,
the end.
more at the end.
Yeah.
I like the story stuff that they
Hmm.
told. I think
They
this,
write off Samoa Joe.
yeah, this as a pay-per-view was maybe one of the best storytelling things the AEW's ever
Hmm.
done. And there's a reason I think for Samoa Joe, and we'll get to it later, okay? But
Yeah.
what I'm seeing right now is I was really expecting either like maybe Hook to come back and change teams or something,
Hmm.
change over to the Death Riders, but didn't happen. Either way, I was okay. Where I'm having a good time.
Yeah. So with that, we get our next match, which is the Casino Gauntlet. You get Briscoe and MJF to start.
Excellent. This whole we'll go
Hmm.
through the people, but like this whole match was excellent.
Yeah. We got Ricochet Bandito,
Oh
Takeshita
man,
Mystico, Josh Alexander, Anthony Bowens, Roderick Strong, Brody King, a returning Juice Robinson.
which the crowd popped huge for, but for
Yeah.
some reason he looked like Bo Dallas.
He had no
Um,
beard. It was weird.
he looked exactly like Bo Dallas. It was very strange.
Yeah.
But
A returning Kota Ibushi, the
Kota
Beast
Ibushi,
Mortos, and Max Caster were all your entrants.
and I thought this match was excellent, except there was one weird botch with Mystico where he tried to climb up to the top rope and then
Hmm.
just jumped back down and then climbed back up again. It was I didn't know what that was about because he didn't
Yeah.
fall. He just literally jumped back down.
He slipped. That
Did
was
he slip?
WWE. Yeah, it was a slip. That was WWE Sin Cara Styles.
I mean, I wish that he understood that the crowd outside of Mexico isn't going to sing his song, and he spends less time trying to get them to scream and just
Hmm.
gets in the ring. Because I noticed in his last three matches in AEW, he spent
That
so much
his
time trying
entrance
to
was
like
yeah, his
hype up the
entrance was too
crowd.
long,
And
20
it's like
minutes
I don't
long.
even hate the song or anything. It's just a weird scenario that you're trying to get so much noise out of them when they're just like,
Yeah.
please, I don't know this. Um, there was an amazing spot with Ricochet where he like jumped to do a head scissor or something and he got caught in a power bomb and then the guy jumped off the top rope and it was like awesome. It was so
Yeah.
awesome. Ricochet did 4 or 5 things in this match to make other wrestlers look good that just
Yeah,
looked
Ricochet, I think
phenomenal.
Ricochet was the star of this
But
match.
the way that he makes other people look good, it wasn't
Hmm.
even him doing his own moves. It was him setting somebody else up for a move.
And his selling,
Dude,
the way he was taking
he did
bumps.
a huge monster jump to the outside that was
Yeah.
so high, but then he hit the ground so lightly and like rolled out of it, and I was like that's a good wrestler. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Bald but good,
Yeah. MJF wins.
as we expected. I'm gonna as we go through this, I think a lot
This
of
is
people are
telling a
gonna
story.
notice
Yeah.
that I have basically got every single
Yeah.
thing on
This
right.
we knew this was coming. This is telling the story of MJF and the hurt because they hurt people.
Yeah, and it's rightfully so. I think at some point we need to have MJF.
Turn on them.
The decider of this match, I think, and we won't spoil anything for later because we're just going to go through it.
Hmm.
And I'm sure a lot of people have probably watched it, but we knew watching this when I was watching, me and the people
Hmm.
watching the people,
The people.
um,
We the people.
that whether a face or a heel came out of this gauntlet or the other gauntlet was going to determine what
Would happen in the main
happened
event.
in the main events. And they kind of, yeah, but
It works.
MJF, we needed this. The
Yeah,
MJF needs this.
yeah. He needs a little bit of
And I think
a
the MJF
resurgence.
fatigue has kind of faded away, and what he's doing right now is like
It's
feels
really
good.
good. What he's doing with the Hurt Business is really, really good. I'm enjoying this work.
This is typical AEW though. Like I said, this pay-per-view is probably the best storytelling they've ever done. But typical AEW where they start off some storylines really strong and then they just go nowhere. So let's see where they proceed
Yeah.
to. Um,
So with that, we have our like we said, MJF, our four-way match for the vacant AEW TNT Championship. Like you said, I'm glad they vacated the championship and didn't just create an interim because,
yeah,
like I said, right before this match, Adam Cole comes out and he's saying, "I'm not saying that this is goodbye, but there's a really good chance that."
it was a good little speech.
Yep,
They got emotional to the crowd. I felt it. And
yep,
then I think it coupled with the outcome of this match, it worked surprisingly well.
yeah,
I just think that this match as a four-way
didn't work.
didn't work. It wasn't a bad match by any means. It was
No,
completely entertaining and enjoyable enough. It didn't need to be a four-way. It should have
no,
been just Sammy versus Kyle
no.
Fletcher
I
or
think
just
I think it
Daniel.
should have just been Daniel versus Kyle. You have
I
the
agree.
previous champ versus the challenger.
I agree. But having Sammy there as a three-time champion, it's a threat, right? So
Yeah,
it wasn't bad, and he wasn't necessarily bad in this match, but you can see the decline of who he is
yeah. Compared to the
because
rest,
nobody cared about him. Like the
no.
crowd didn't pop for him. Nobody cared, and he was at home. Do you know what I mean? And he's an
In
AEW
Texas, yeah,
homegrown guy, basically.
yeah.
But I do think him working with Dustin has really leveled him out as a wrestler. He's
And
learning to
as a person too. He's not
he's
as arrogant.
becoming
He's not as cocky. He's
exactly.
not. Yeah.
And I think there's a potential for him
Hello.
to
Yeah.
come back. I saw
Yeah.
myself glitch there. There's a
Yeah.
potential for him to actually make a
Yeah. Yeah.
comeback.
Yeah. But in the end, surprisingly, Dustin Rhodes wins.
And it came out of nowhere. And
It
at
was a
first I
strange
was
finish.
upset, but then I was very happy.
Yeah. Really, because I think it should have gone to Kyle.
No, because I think what you do now is you still let Kyle win the belt. But this is a homegrown guy. He has three belts. He's never had three belts. He's a champion
In his hometown.
in AEW. It's his first AEW championship. This is
Okay.
special to I think in the realm of wrestling fandom, just in general, this is a big win. It's special. It felt
It's special
nice.
for okay. I'll give it
Him
that.
having that little cry, it was like a moment, right? His nephews came out.
And oh my
The
God, does that one look exactly like Cody?
I know, right? And then you had
I thought that was Cody that came out for a
you had
second there with the
Sons of
cowboy
Texas
hat.
came out. I like his little faction he's building.
Yeah.
I'm very on board with it.
And
And
now
I,
Carrie is no longer under WWE contract. He signed with AEW.
and this makes me feel like Dustin's not leaving because he wouldn't be putting his roots so deep into this faction and storyline if he
Or
was going to leave.
they'd be giving him all these belts.
And I think that's important for them. I think he's a really, really, really important piece of this
I
company.
think he's not just in front of the camera, but I think he's very important to the group behind the cameras too. He's like that elder statesman now that
Yeah,
everybody looks up to, that everybody
he's his
respects.
dad.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, everyone loved Dusty.
Yep.
In NXT, everyone talks about Dusty. He's their
Hmm.
favorite because and he's the most like Dusty between him and Cody.
Yeah.
So Cody has this bit of arrogance to him still that's like I don't really like, but I mean I'm not
Yeah.
gonna cry about it.
Yeah.
I like the way it ended. It felt nice. I do think we do need to quickly get this belt to Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah.
I think that's very important for
By
his
the next
career.
pay-per-view.
For his career, this is very important.
Mhm.
And yeah, let's see where it goes. It's
All right.
a feel good moment of the year. I would
Yeah,
add it to the
I'll
list.
add it. I'll add it. There's a couple that I'm going to add from this show, actually. Um, Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay versus the Young Bucks. If the Bucks lose, they will no longer be EVPs. But if Ospreay and Strickland lose, they will no longer be able to challenge for the World Championship for an entire year.
So, barring the fact that the last match we didn't know was going to happen, this match we both got wrong prediction wise.
Yeah,
But
we called the Bucks on both of
and
these.
I think every entrance in this pay-per-view was really well done. It felt very WrestleMania when
Hmm.
WrestleMania entrances were still good before they just became this mess.
Yeah.
I do think it dragged out a little bit too long, and it only added to the length of this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But I thought this match was excellent. I thought it was
Yeah. It was
fucking
a
excellent.
yeah, it was a
Towards
great
the end,
tag.
when there
Yeah.
was all those finishers happening and
There was
Osprey just kept kicking out.
not just at the end, but there was a spot about halfway through the match where they did all these like this. There was like a minute full of just sequences back and forth where they were reversing and like kicking out and like one would do the move and they'd trade move like kind of thing. It was like just this great little sequence about halfway through the match just to like
Yeah.
make sure everybody got back on their feet and get ready for the finish kind of thing.
There was a double
Canadian
red
Destroyer.
alert Canadian destroyer where it was like a counter, like it still hit, but it rolled into a counter with the kicks, and I was like,
Yeah,
that was
that's the
excellent.
sequence I was talking
I've
about. Yeah,
never
yeah.
seen that before.
Yeah. It was innovative. It was fresh. It was new. It was great
And it's like that's what you get for having two of the best wrestlers in the world right now facing two legends that can
in the
still
tag
go.
team division. Yeah.
And I think there's I personally think Will Ospreay and Swerve win. But I
Yeah.
personally think that a lot of the internet wanted this because they're like, it'll be funny. It'll be like when Stone Cold was the general manager and he was doing all that goofy stuff.
But they're not the EVPs.
Aren't they the EVPs
No,
now? I
they're
thought that
not.
was it.
No. They just what's his name? Just lose the EVP status.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Anywho,
Yeah.
um, it's it just rolled really well, and I
Yeah.
kind of wanted them to lose because I'd like them to be out of the title picture, and then you can have Will Ospreay come back at the next All In, which is going to be in England, and
Hmm.
he can win the title there, right? You can switch the face heel, and then do your thing if
Yeah.
that's how you want to do wrestling.
Osprey can switch easily. He
You
works
can
as
even
both.
keep him a face because you can we'll get there when we get there, but
Yeah.
I think that doing having them lose would have benefited because then you could have let them go on a tag run where them versus Hurt Syndicate sounds like a very
Yeah.
something I
Hey,
want to watch.
we can't go for the world championship. Can we go for the tag
A
championships,
nice
right?
little tag run, and then
Yeah.
guess what? Swerve wins his second tag belt. So
Yeah.
Osprey wins his first tag belt.
Yeah.
Anywho, great, really good match,
Yeah.
excellent
Really good.
match.
Yeah. Women's Casino Gauntlet.
Wow,
We have who do we start with? We have I don't even remember who started.
I think
Chris Statlander and Megan Bain.
and I just think that was the right choice. I think Megan Bain is such a talent. I wish she was a
Hmm.
bit more over. Her and Tekla are really struggling to get over with the
Yeah.
crowd. Like they're not popular, but they don't get like pops when they come out. Um,
Yeah.
but this match as a whole was like this is how you do a women's
Battle
Royal
Royal.
Rumble or whatever you want to do,
Yeah.
right? Like even the men's.
Not as many participants in this match as in the men's match. So
And
in
but
this
this match they kept saying more people can come out, but nobody else came out. And I was like,
yeah.
why do they keep saying that?
The only thing I don't like about these gauntlet matches that AEW does is they'll tell you that the intervals are random.
Yeah.
I like the like, even though Royal Rumble doesn't really do it every 3 minutes, but
I mean, all good contestants. The problem I
yeah.
had with both of these events, I'll tell you, it's not
So
a it's this is
let's
the
just say we
gripe.
also had Willow Tay Mello,
Go
who was the worst in this match.
by
Uh,
far, but it was
Tekla,
weird.
Julia Hart,
Go.
Queen Aminata, Mina Shirakawa, Athena, Thunder Rosa, Shuri, and Alex Windsor, who are now both signed to AEW.
Yeah, so well, Alex Windsor mentioned it on Collision, I think,
Hmm.
and Shuri is now AEW. I knew her contract had expired. We were talking about it as she
Hmm.
came out. I'm like, oh, maybe she's signed to AEW, and then they mentioned it like a minute later that she's now her
AEW.
first her debut, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, awesome, because we love
Yeah.
Shuri. Having Shuri is like having Shibata. It's literally woman, Lady Shibata.
Lady Shibata.
She was whacking the shit out of people. Her versus
Hmm.
Mina was awesome.
Yeah.
The one thing I didn't like I was saying, for this match specifically, was you left so much talent outside, and not to say they're great, but Anna Jay, Penelope
Hmm.
Ford, Harley Cameron, and
Yeah.
Sky Blue all weren't part of the match, but all were outside of the ring for at
You
some
could have
point.
had them as contestants. You could have had them as entrants.
Yeah,
They're all clear, especially I don't know about Harley if she's still clear or
she's
not.
not clear, but they wanted her to make an appearance. And when she first popped out, I guarantee you the pop that happened, everyone thought it was the bunny. Nobody knew it was
Was yeah, because of
was
the
Harley.
mask.
Yeah, and she had like the little bunny ear thing going on
It
with
was
like
a
the little
cat.
whiskers. Was it supposed to be a
It was
cat? It
supposed to be a
looked like a
cat,
freaking bunny.
but it was a cat.
Anyways, but the thing I didn't like about both this match and the men's match, and it's not taking away from the score for them, but it was a gripe, is that everybody came in sequence of the storylines they've been telling on
Hmm.
AEW rather than just having random entrants come in where it felt too scripted.
Right?
It
Where
was
it's
like,
like you
oh,
get,
what is it?
yeah, you
Now I'm
start
like,
with
Thunder Rosa's
Statlander and
coming,
Bane, then all of
watch.
a sudden Willow comes out. We knew what's happening over
We
there,
caught
right?
on during the men's match. So during the women's match, we're like Sky Blues. I mean, Julia Hart's going to be next. Boom, Julia Hart. We're like Thunder
Yeah.
Rosa. Then it was Mina Shirakawa. We're like, oh, we forgot about her. And then the next person, Thunder
Shuri.
Rosa.
And then
We're like,
Shuri,
oh yeah,
yeah.
Shuri. But you know what I mean? It was like, yeah. So we knew what was happening.
Yeah. Tay Mello
Excellent
comes out and
match.
then it's Tekla. Like it's
There was a lot of uh, groups of four
mhm.
of doing the same move, and it looked really cool. And there was like a lot of really good spots. I thought Megan Bain is awesome.
Yeah.
I wanted her to win so bad, but the right person won.
Yeah. In the end, Athena wins, even though she is still, spoiler for a review coming out later in the week. Even though she is still your Ring of Honor champion, she wins.
Which I'll get to why when we talk
Hmm.
about the other women's match.
But the only thing I didn't like was, again, spoiler for the Ring of Honor show, is you just punked out your brand new ROH Women's Television Champion, right? Whatever.
Basically, it is what it is.
Anyway, so with that, we are going into our next match, which is the Hurt Syndicate defending their title, their tag team championships in a three-way against Jet Speed and the Patriarchy.
A really good match again.
Again, yeah.
One of the
This was
best three-way tag
this
matches
was
we've
20
seen.
minutes long, and it was one of the shortest matches on the card.
One of the best three-way tag
Tag
matches
matches.
of the year.
Hmm.
Because I don't know how many three-ways we've seen. There's probably
Not
only
in
been
terms
like
of
four.
tag,
Yeah, there's
but
probably only been
it
like three
just
or
it
four.
kept on moving. What I liked about it. Sometimes three-way matches, one team is like out of it for 10 minutes. It
And
was
there
like
was a real
constant.
build-up to this match on
Hmm.
the shows the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Right? They thought, oh, we're gonna injure the Hurt Syndicate. Turns out you can't injure the Hurt Syndicate.
they hurt people
Yeah.
because
One little entrance is like you
mhm,
had West Side
that's what
Gun.
West Side Gun said. Yeah, yeah, we hurt people.
So there's two things I didn't like about this show, just generally, and we'll just say it now, is during the entrances, the announcers talked too much.
Hmm.
And the music wasn't loud enough. Like it
No,
didn't get me hyped because everyone's
especially
thing
with
was
this
too
one with West
quiet.
Side Gun, you
You
couldn't
couldn't
really
even
hear
hear
their
what they were
yeah,
saying. And then when they're doing those live things, you can't hear the crowd being like, "We hurt people." So it was like it lost like a little bit of momentum feeling, I think.
yeah,
It was a pretty good crowd. Mind you, I
yeah.
think
They
this would
were
have worked a lot better in Europe.
yeah. If
I
this
think
was
the
in
crowd,
London, if this
yeah,
was in London, the crowd would have absolutely eaten it up.
you would have got a lot of Tony Storm, Tony Storm. Anyways,
Yeah.
we hurt people. This match was excellent. They
Yep.
win. The Hurt Syndicate win.
Hmm.
You get
They
a little
beat up,
storytelling beats.
and then we get a turn.
Tell them the whole thing.
The patriarchy turn on Christian Cage, which I didn't see this coming. I thought it was going to be the opposite. I thought it was going to be Christian kicking Nick Wayne out and Nick going on a babyface run, but I like this better because it sets up something.
I kind of hope that they spark a friendship with the Hurt Syndicate. And it becomes like the patriarchy and the Hurt Syndicate are now
Yeah.
like one unit, but like they're kind of separate still.
Yeah.
I think that having them have more people makes them more imposing, right? The more people you just throw at
Yeah.
them. But um,
What I like too is you had FTR on commentary for this entire match.
oh,
FTR,
sorry, I meant have them join with FTR. My bad,
yeah.
not
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
Hurt Syndicate.
That's why I mentioned that. So you had FTR on commentary, and they're the ones that help Nick Wayne turn on Christian. And we have a returning Cope. The only thing is, I what I didn't like about it is
He Jeff Hardy'd.
yes, he
He
didn't
did
run out to the ring. He waves to no, but not only that, he goes waves to the crowd like
then he did his fireworks spot.
yeah, the guy is in the ring. If I were Wayne and those guys, I would have beaten the shit out of Christian while he's showboating.
Yeah.
As Taz said, which is my new word instead of shenanigan, it's tomfoolery.
No, it was very good tomfoolery.
Yeah. But Edge comes out, he helps Christian, but instead of hugging him or instead of saying anything, he mimics what Christian said to him when he first showed up in AEW, but instead he said, "Go find yourself."
Yeah.
And I think this is the Edge and Christian return.
Not upset.
And
Did
it
done
also
very
plays,
well.
but I mean, also in terms of storytelling, it plays into FTR turning on Edge. So you have a built-in storyline, you have a
Yes,
built-in
you have
feud.
four wrestlers with two managers per se
Hmm.
that both have individual feuds with one of those people. So now you have two built-in feuds, tags. Both of them are tags.
Hmm.
Convenient.
Yep, I
Very well
like it.
done. Felt like AEW doesn't usually tell stories well.
But they hit the nail on the head in this show. At this point, we're about what, hour six in?
I don't even know. Wait, what
Uh,
match is next?
our first of three main events, Timeless Tony
Oh
Storm
yeah, six
defending the
hours.
AEW Women's World Championship against Mercedes Monday.
I'm gonna be so honest with you. This might be my least favorite match of the night. And
And it was still a good
it
match.
wasn't bad. I just think it took way too long to get
Mhm.
going. It was so
Yeah.
slow in the beginning.
When it picked up great.
The last like half of the match was excellent, but
Hmm.
it just took too long to get going. And I still would give it a very good score this match. It's
Yeah.
just you didn't need that. It was too Mercedes Monet that her
Hmm.
first half.
Yeah.
Um, but
She
like
even botched a few times in that first half.
yeah, but generally I think Tony had a few botches too.
Yeah.
They played off each other pretty well. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed their entrances. I thought they were both cool and solid
Yeah.
match.
She had the cheerleaders all wearing like each
Her
cheerleader was wearing
belts.
a belt. Yeah.
She had the big coat. She came in the nice car. She had the big
I
coat that had
noticed I
everyone's
noticed
name
the
that she
first
beat.
name. I noticed the first name. Did you see what it was?
Robin Renegade.
Nope. Kyrie.
It said that on there. No, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
I just the one I kept seeing was Robin Renegade.
I was surprised they put Kyrie on there. That's why. AEW,
She did
WWE
beat
doesn't
her.
exist. Yeah. But no, yeah, like you said, this was by far, I wouldn't say the worst match on the
They
card, but
mentioned that the way they said
she beat Kyrie for the
they
for
they
the
said at the point they're like, look at the first name. They said it,
yeah.
or Sasha Banks told us to look for the first name or something like that.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, but this was still good. And in the end, thank goodness that Tony Storm won.
Yeah, but I told you that was going to happen.
No, you said Monet.
No, I said Tony Storm. You want to go back and review the tape?
Let's go review the tape
You're the
after.
one that kept saying she's gonna Tony Storm's. I'm like, no, Tony Storm's gonna win.
But Tony
Um,
Storm does win.
it makes sense now. You had Athena win. Athena's a
Hmm.
tweener. I think the storyline here is Mercedes gets upset. Mercedes
It goes on the losing
goes on
streak
a
here.
losing streak. She's going to lose all the belts. Athena's going to lose the Ring of Honor belt, but beat Tony Storm to win the belt. Okay.
So
But
I think Monet's going to lose all the belts.
yeah,
She's going to get a match against Athena. She'll beat Athena for the belt.
yeah. So it's going to be long term. Sasha Banks going to lose all the belts. Athena at some point is going to lose the Ring of Honor belt or vacate it, and she's going to go win the belt from Tony. And what's going to happen on her streak to getting better again? Sasha Banks is going to have a rematch against Tony Storm for no belt, beat her, get and then feel it again, and then she's gonna become a face against
Mm.
Athena's heel, and then she's gonna go back to the thing.
And
Back to the
hopefully it's like 2 years down the road. I don't want
I
it.
mean, I'm okay if it's next All In. I can live with that.
Okay.
I think Tony's gonna lose it either at probably at All In, All Out. I mean, we'll lose the belt.
You think
She'll
there?
she'll probably have a match against Athena for the thing for the or she'll have a match against a Japanese woman at Forbidden Door.
Further.
And then she'll face her at All Out, and either she'll lose at All Out, and then Athena will have a rematch against her and win, or she'll just win on that first one.
Okay. I think she
It's
may.
time for Tony Storm to go off TV for a bit, I think.
Yeah.
Which we're
And then.
getting a lot of write-offs.
Hmm. We are. We totally are. With that, our next match is Kazuchika Okada, the Continental Champion, against Kenny Omega, the International Champion. It is not a unification match, from what I hear now. This is a brand new belt,
Yeah.
and the International Championship and the Continental Championship are still active.
No, I did not hear that.
Yeah.
I heard that they're gone now.
No,
I swear they mentioned it during this match that they're gone.
I think Tony Khan said it in an interview that they're continuing them. Yeah, it's still active.
We'll see. We'll wait and see. We'll find out. I don't want to speculate on that.
Yeah.
But the Continental Classic should still exist. I just don't think it
Hmm.
should be for a belt. It should
Remove
be
one of
for
the
a
belts.
shot.
Keep the international belt, but remove the yeah.
Anywho,
Hmm.
Kenneth Omega versus Okada.
Yes.
It was a weird startup,
Yeah.
but it got really good.
Yeah.
It got absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Not
The
their
three,
best match,
no, out of their nine,
probably the worst out of all of their
but it
matches.
was still amazing.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah. Yeah. This was one of fantastic. And I even put it here. Only thing is, like, it wasn't their best match. And the finish too. The finish kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I agree, but I like it. I said Okada would win. It makes sense for Okada to win. Now you can have him. I think the plan is to have either turn him face or turn Takeshita face, and then they're gonna have some kind of
Because they're both
match.
part of the Callis family, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I think Takeshita's going on a face run because he's been on a bit of a losing streak.
yeah. I think there's something in the works there when he comes back from the G1.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Great. I'm not upset.
How Takeshita got his groove back?
Exactly. Listen, 7 hours in,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not upset that this was 8 hours. Like, we'll talk more about it at the end. But
Yeah.
I at this point, I'm still kicking. I'm ready for
Yeah.
whatever's
I
happening.
was I was I'll be honest because I took a break driving home and then kept on watching it from and I gotta give like Amazon Prime is the way to watch it.
I told you, isn't it way better? The quality's so
Yeah.
crisp.
Yeah. I
It's like
was watching
triple HD.
Yeah, I was watching it 4K. I have a
Yeah,
4K TV and I was watching it in 4K. It was fantastic.
yeah.
Like crisp, like
It's
as
so
good
nice.
as almost as good as Netflix.
I would say bugginess wise, it might be pretty close because
Yeah.
sometimes Netflix gets really buggy, and for this, there was just a couple times where the screen flickered.
Netflix sometimes if you the thing about Netflix is you can't choose the quality. So
Yeah,
if there's a spike in your signal, it buffers and it goes to a lower quality.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Especially if you watch it on a mobile device, if you're watching it on an iPad or if you're watching it on your phone, it's grainy as
yeah.
hell on
The
Netflix.
downside of Amazon is it's $10 more expensive.
Yeah. Plus you
But
actually have to pay for the pay-per-view.
well, I mean, if you watch, I was buying them on Fight TV, right?
Yeah.
And that's okay. I have my little collection on Fight TV, but I think it's more Amazon can get pushed to any device.
Yeah.
Fight TV, you have to have something that also can have the Fight TV app on it, or you can't push to that
Yeah,
device.
because if you're watching on your phone, you can cast it to the
You
TV.
can cast it to anything, right?
Yeah.
And you can use Amazon on anything. I could watch it on my
Yeah.
computer. It's like
If
just
you have a Fire Stick, even better.
yeah, right. Where like you need certain devices for to watch Fight TV. Like my TVs
Yeah.
at home can't watch Fight TV, but my uh Roku box can.
Yeah, my Fire Stick can, but my Google box can't.
Yeah, see exactly. Upstairs here,
Yeah.
I can cast to the TV, but I can't cast to the Google Home. So it's like
Yeah.
it is what it is. Anyways, good match.
Yes. So Okada wins. He is your new unified champion.
Hmm.
Main event time. Hangman Adam Page
Oh,
defending
by
or
the
sorry,
way,
challenging John Moxley. Yes.
hold on. That match, everyone's like, "Oh, this is going to be the one. This is the one." No, it's not the one because guess what their scores are now? 2-2 and a tie. So there's going to
Yeah.
be another match.
There's going to be another match. Hangman Adam Page challenging John Moxley for the AEW World Championship right off the bat. Fork to the head.
Oh, man, it was gorgeous.
This is
Cringeworthy,
this
blood
is
squirting.
a death match. For
This
half the
was
match, Moxley had a piece of glass sticking in his head.
this is one of the best like hardcore matches that
Thunder
a
matches, yeah.
mainstream company has ever done.
Yeah.
Adam Page is so underappreciated. Like we talked about this before, and I don't remember you like disagreeing with me, but I know Putty didn't like him, and I know
Mhm.
Nick hated him as the champion.
Nick hates Adam
But
Page.
I think Adam Page, in my opinion, like if we're gonna do a tier list soon of the best AEW champions.
Mhm.
I think Adam Page is the best champion they've ever had. Like I loved that original run.
Yeah.
When his music hits, it gets you so hyped because he's so badass.
And
you're
his
like, oh,
entrance tonight too. His entrance,
we
like
went back to the old school
the
song.
whistle. Yeah. And the girl, like they started off with the girl whistling and the like that old Western
Oh
style.
yeah,
Like,
they didn't. We didn't even talk. Didn't wasn't Bray Wyatt's wife the one that sang out Swerve Strickland?
yes, it was.
That was nice, and that was a good, fun little song. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I enjoyed all of this.
That's Shaka Khan. That was
This
originally a Shaka
yeah,
Khan song.
this was
Ain't
has
nobody
a
love me
great event.
better.
Like I
Yeah,
think they perfected what a WrestleMania should be. Mind you,
yeah.
you could have made two shows, but I'm glad you didn't.
Okay. Let's go back to the match at hand though. Like great plunder. We get glass, we get a bed of nails, we get barbed wire, we get all the good plunder.
The best Moxley match we've seen since Danielson,
Hmm.
since he fought Danielson for the belt.
And the reactions Moxley was giving whenever Page would get back up
Yeah,
was like,
buddy, there was crazy spots. The
yeah,
barbed wire table, they were like it was hooked into them.
yeah.
The
Like at
the
one point, Page had
bed,
to rip it out of his hair,
the spike,
the bed of nails.
bed of nails. That was gnarly. Some of that
Yeah.
shit they were doing,
And
man.
this is how you overbook.
This is what I wanted the first time. Listen,
This is how you overbook.
the Cope match should have been this.
Yeah,
Like the Deadeye through the table too. That was awesome. We
yeah.
got returns from uh
Brian Danielson.
Bryan Danielson, Darby Allin, and it just I was hoping maybe we would get a run out from like Orange Cassidy or something, but
Yeah.
like or Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, Eddie Kingston. Like as much as we joke
But
around
this
about
was the
Eddie Kingston,
perfect time for
yeah,
Eddie
for
Kingston.
Eddie Kingston, yeah.
And then they do
And then
beat
you can go into a feud with Eddie, and it doesn't have to be for a belt.
and then who did they beat the crap out of? Like they injured somebody, the House of Torture, whatever they're called.
The House of Torture. The who came out? There was Will Ospreay. They stretchered him out, so they
So
wrote him off TV.
I think this is why they did it. So we were trying to come up with ideas for Blood and Guts, but we're like, there's too many guys. But if you take out Samoa Joe and you take out Will Ospreay, you have Powerhouse Hobbs, you have Shibata, then
And
you have
Ishii.
you don't need Ishii. Powerhouse Hobbs, Shibata, you have
Swerve.
Adam Page, Darby, Bryan Danielson. That's your team.
Yeah,
And then on the
Danielson is
other
the coach.
side,
I think he's still officially retired.
buddy, we were like, oh, he's not coming back to full-time wrestling. Like
Yeah,
this. We were like contemplating this while we're watching, right? Like we're talking about it. Like,
he'll make a
yeah,
few appearances
he's
here and
not
there.
really gonna do it. I love to watch him versus Kenny, but he's not coming back. As we're talking, he does the dive through the ropes. We're like, he's back.
Yeah,
He's not. He's back. There's no way you didn't clear him to come back, and he did that.
yeah.
He's going to wrestle again. He's going to be in
So
Blood and Guts.
how they gonna explain him coming back because that was like career title versus career.
Because he's gonna be the Red Dragon instead of Bryan Danielson or something.
Okay.
Do you know what I like?
Yeah,
John
yeah.
Moxley's gonna come back as the Cincinnati Bengal, Snow Burrow, the cokehead.
Yeah.
Like it's some
And Danielson will come out as the Seattle
yeah.
Seahawk.
He'll be the Orange Tiger. He'll wear a tiger mask with like it's orange.
Well, I mean, he was wearing a blue tiger mask.
See, I see something like that happening, right?
Oh,
And
shout out
then-
to Tiger Mask who retired last week.
exactly. And I'll speculate this right now. If you've been watching New Japan, which we have,
Hmm.
you've noticed that during the big brawl out stuff, Gabe Kidd is not really ever with the War Dogs.
Yep, he's
Okay.
on his own. He's part of the conglomerate. He's part of the Death Riders.
And the reason he's being a mercenary for the Death Riders is because they're trying to get American audiences used to him before they announce him as an official AEW
Member.
roster member, which is a smart idea. They're
Yeah.
slowly pulling him out of New Japan so they get used to him not being there, and they're slowly integrating him
yeah,
into
he'll definitely have
AEW.
something to do at Forbidden Door
For sure. I think that's where we're going to find out that he's officially AEW.
because
or
he is
something.
under contract to New Japan.
Yeah. They want him to finish the G1, I think, as a full New Japan member, and then he's going to exit.
Yeah. Because he's a perfect fit in the Death Riders.
Yeah, so if Death Riders, you have Yuta,
Claudio.
John, Kid. I mean, if you want, you can overbook that cage match and have a woman on both sides. 'Cause
Yeah.
you have Marina
Shafir.
Shafir.
And let's talk about that too. Prince Nana hiding under the timekeeper's
that
desk.
was awesome.
And he's like,
And I was like, he's been under there for 4 hours. But yeah, you
And
can
Swerve-
easily fill out their team,
Yeah.
right? You can get them a couple other heels. You could throw who's somebody feuding with anyone else, right? You could
Yeah.
just slap two guys on that team, and there you
Maybe
go.
Pac is able to
Maybe
come
Pac
back.
comes back, so now you just need one guy, and now we
Yeah.
find out there's a secret member. Guess who it is? It's Hook. Hook is
Yeah.
now part of them because he's mad at the other guys
Yeah.
for dogging him for the title.
For the
There you
title.
go.
Yeah.
Now we just solved this whole thing.
Yeah. And then who shows up? It's Shota Umino for
Oh, it could be Shota. The last guy could be Shota.
yeah.
And if you can't get Pac back, you can have Hook be the guy.
Yeah.
Right? Have them be
There you go.
secret people you don't know about. This, I think there's a lot of room
Yeah,
here
there was
to
great.
do.
This was a great storytelling through and through. Like I said, I will be, maybe you won't be, but I'm taking a couple points away for the length.
I mean, Hangman winning his feel good moment of the
Oh
year.
yeah, for sure. Like just the
The
emotion
crowd
he had
went
at the end of,
nuts.
yeah,
Like
the biggest
nuts,
pop I've
nuts.
heard all year was him when he won.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, those are you have two feel good moments potentials on this card.
I'm taking away a full point for it being as long as it was, but I'm giving back half a point of that point I'm taking for it being absolutely worth my $60 I paid and
Mm-hmm.
for it being absolutely never getting boring for the entire time I was watching
Yep.
it, minus that little
And
bit of
shout
the
out to
Tony
that
Storm
is
match.
my brother Fab can now watch it too because he just logs into my Amazon account.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're living the dream at this point.
Yeah.
And what are
And
you scoring it?
I am giving this an 8.1.
I'm giving this an 8.5. I think this is maybe the best show that AEW ever did.
Like I said, it was going to be an 8.3, but I took 2 points away for it being so long.
I was going to give it a 9, but I'm taking away that half a point.
Yeah.
I genuinely, realistically think this might be the best show AEW has ever done.
Well,
It's such a complete package.
This is so far the my best show of the year.
I don't know. Did I give anything higher than an 8.5?
No. What's it called? Came close.
I
Oh
think
no,
I gave something
you
a
gave
mid.
Revolution an 8.
Yeah.
Oh, you gave Russell. We scored high. Oh my God, it's the exact same score as Wrestle Kingdom.
Really?
Yeah,
8.5 and 8.1?
yeah.
I mean, Wrestle Kingdom was good.
Wrestle Kingdom was excellent, but wasn't as long.
I'm giving this an 8.6.
Okay. Fine. Timmy,
This is the
update it,
pay-per-view
please.
of the year. It's not negotiable at this point.
Yeah, at this point, this is it. Forbidden Door has huge shoes to fill at this point.
I hope it's really good. I
Yeah.
really hope it. I hope SummerSlam is really good.
I don't
And
know about it being. I'm a little worried about it being 2 nights.
I mean, I can live with it. What else is coming up for New Japan? Is there any other big one? Is there Dominion?
Right now we got the G1 starting this week.
And then after that, there's no more pay-per-views, right?
Not until like October or November or something like that.
Because
There's
Dominion
nothing.
and Dontaku both happened,
Yeah,
or Dominion still has to happen.
they both happened.
Is
Timmy's
Dominion
on
where
it.
all the belts changed hands and shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Timmy's on it. He is on it. Their next New Japan's next is Forbidden Door, and then there's nothing until Destruction in September, at the end of September.
And then after that, there's nothing until Worlds Collide. I don't think.
World's End.
What's the New Japan one they do when they cross over with?
Yeah, World's End
That's what it's called.
or something like that.
When they cross over with Stardom.
Oh, historic crossover, November.
Crossover.
Yeah, if they do it this year. Yeah, but yeah, it was good. A really
lot
good
of
show.
New people, comebacks, big storylines happening,
Write-offs.
excellent matches, excellent entrances, a great visual scene, lots of fireworks. The crowd was hot. The
Mhm.
venue was great. It felt really good. Like I
Yeah.
imagine I'm gonna go watch the Evolution, the WWE show with a 3/4 of an empty stadium.
Yeah. So the length of the show, the night All In aired, WWE broadcast both the Great American Bash and Saturday night's main event. If you count the pre-show, AEW started before the Great American Bash, and it ended after Saturday night's main event.
It was 7 hours and 57 minutes.
Yeah.
And like I said, I got to take points away for it being too long, but also I can't be that upset. It was completely
No, it was
money worth.
fantastic. Yeah. You know
Except
what?
for the pre-show. The pre-show is straight up poo.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but this, like I said, this is right now non-negotiable. This is show of the year.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
I
according to
I
Putty
never,
though, the NXT AAA Worlds Collide was the greatest show of the
but
year.
that was a really good show.
Yeah, it was. We both gave that show an 8.
That was a really good show. That's arguably WWE's best show of the year.
Yeah, and Putty, justify your 7 on Ironheart, please. You haven't responded
Yeah,
to us all week.
just like this was completely worth the money. I mean, you're
Oh
not
yeah,
going to want to sit. I would rather watch it in one sitting though than have to watch 4 hours over 2 days. I'd rather just
yeah,
give me one day that I know I'll set my bar of time. I'm just going
yeah.
to sit here.
But that's the thing. I was not expecting it to
No,
be
and
this long.
if I know you weren't, I told Caps, I go, guess how long AEW show was? Just throw a number out. And he's like, I'm just gonna guess extra long and say it was 6 hours because I don't believe that it was that long. And I was like, it was 7 hours and 57 minutes. And he's like, what the fuck? It starts at 1, it ended at 8:57. So
Yeah,
I think though, if we had the knowledge of how long it was gonna be, because they don't tell you,
no,
if you had the knowledge of how long the show was going to be and you planned it out with a group of friends and you were like drinking or having a barbecue or like have a
yeah.
big thing, this is the
You know what?
perfect
This
day.
would have been like if you were outside and had like a projector screen and
Yeah,
barbecuing with friends and just having drinks and food, like all kinds,
this was like the peak
a summer party.
situation for this.
Yeah, yeah. If it's going to be this long next year, I may do that at the house. Just like have a giant
Yeah.
projector screen because my garage door is white, so we can just project it on the
And
garage door.
and listen, if people are going to be like, well, how did you say it's the best, maybe the best AEW pay-per-view, but you gave it an 8.6? Well, because it would have been a 9.1 if I didn't have to take away zero point 0.5 for it being 8 hours long.
Yeah, yeah, very, very long. So this is the first of or first of 5 reviews for this week, guys. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. I don't know what I'm dropping tomorrow, but we'll drop you a little nugget. Could be ROH, could be NXT. We'll figure something out. Probably ROH tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for that. Like I said, make sure you go follow Campo. His stuff will be down in the description box below. Guys, we're about 25 away from 400, and my birthday is this Thursday. So let's at least try to get to 400 by Thursday. If not, hey, 500 before the end of the year. I think it's doable, but I hate to beg like that. So
No,
with
bet.
that out of the way, guys, thanks again for joining us. And in the words of Kenny Omega, who is no longer your international champion, goodbye and good night.